Between January 2014 and March 2014, at least 16 elephants and rhinos have been killed by poachers inside Kenya's national parks and game reserves. The high demand for ivory in the Asian market has continued to threaten these endangered species, with poachers showing no or little fear of tough new laws designed to stem the wave of killings. With these killings that are depriving Kenya's wildlife sector of the precious animals, there are calls for the Kenyan President Uhuru Kenyatta to declare ivory poaching a national disaster.
We cannot afford to lose what we have, and the only person who has got the authority is the prime leader of our country. He was elected, we support him, and we call on him now, I call on him now, personally, to take the next step and get this under control. It is not an impossible task, and I believe with the right leadership, the right management, this poaching crisis could be brought to heel very, very quickly, less than 6 months.
Calling on all Kenyans to join us in this appeal to the President to declare a national disaster for elephants and rhinos, give them national treasure status, and invoke all of the extraordinary measures that a President can invoke to protect these animals.
Says that there were 380.
Wildlife Direct, a conservation organization in Kenya which has been carrying out a global campaign dubbed Hands Off Our Elephants, has made it clear that the fight against poaching in Kenya is not easy, considering that the Wildlife Service has only 2,700 rangers. This number is not enough to guard all national parks across the country.
With whatever good intentions that there are out there in the public institutions, there is sufficiently enough evidence that they are not producing the kind of results that we need to see. It is ineffective currently what is happening in terms of how we're protecting our wildlife. How do we know? Because rhinos are dying. Right? The evidence is visible and it is in our space.
Some years back, there was the shoot to kill order that was given to scare away poachers. Though the threat was never exercised, it resulted to a decline in the number of elephants and rhino killings. The Kenya Wildlife Service and law enforcement agencies are coming under increasing pressure to step up the investigations and use all available tools to bring poachers to justice.
What we're seeing is a doubling in the rate of rhino poaching. We're also seeing the failure of the state organization responsible for wildlife to share information openly to Kenyans. We know that elephants are being slaughtered around the country, but very little information is being released to the Kenyan public. And this makes it very difficult for the public to respond appropriately.
On a first count.
Last month, a Kenyan court handed out a record sentence to a Chinese ivory smuggler, the first person to be convicted under the new laws, after he was arrested carrying an ivory tusk weighing 3.4 kilograms. He was ordered to pay $233,000 or be jailed for 7 years. Africa's elephant population is estimated at 500,000 compared to 1.2 million in 1980 and 10 million in 1900, and they are listed as vulnerable. Ivory is highly sought in the Asian country's black market for jewelry and decorative objects.